So 150 years ago, well, the piers would have been surrounded by big floating globs of shit. In the early 19th century, New York was a complete mess. There was shit all over the streets, there was shit in the waters, in the harbors. Now, about the same time, in the 1830s and 1840s, the farms in the Northeast and Long Island, they had been farmed for 200 years. They were fallow, they needed fertilizer desperately. There was a vibrant debate on the use of human excrement as fertilizer. New York had this company called Lodi Manufacturing. Lodi would pay scavengers to haul the shit in contained barrels. They would take them out to the piers just like this, and there'd be a steamboat waiting for them. And the steamboat would take these barrels of shit out along the river and they'd dry it out into bricks. And then they would take these shit bricks and they would sell them to farmers as fertilizers. And then they would take those crops back into Manhattan and sell it to the average New York citizen. Shit was actually valued something. In 1873, it was valued at $35 per year per person. 10 years later, because of sewers, it was worth nothing. Instead of the excrement being returned to the fields where food could grow, it was just basically dumped in the ocean. I think the way that the sewer system has progressed in the United States is one mistake just built on top of another. First, we had this choice between earth closets and water closets. Earth closets would have been the more environmentally friendly way to deal with our excrement, but we chose water closets. The sewers then took that shit and they would take it out to the nearest waterway and just let it go. It poisoned the water for cities downstream, so we needed to fix that. So we started to build wastewater treatment plants that purify the water, but instead of having just a pure sludge of just excrement and urine, it's a sludge that has been combined with all sorts of toxic chemicals. We keep making these pragmatic decisions that may alleviate the problem in the short term, but don't in the long run. People take it for granted that we have this sewer system today and that it's the natural result of science and progress, but it's not necessarily, and if we look at the history, we can see if these were wise decisions and reevaluate them.